Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to my world. So I am back safe and sound here in Tokyo. I arrived last night. I actually got to my apartment at exactly 11, we'll see, 11 p.m. I think around 11 p.m. I got home. And the reason why I got home so late is because after I got to Narita, Satoshi came to pick me up. A surprise. Thank you, Satoshi. That was so nice of you. He came to pick me up, and we had a bite to eat along the way at a rest stop on the highway. And then we got home, and it was already um, past 11 p.m. And I obviously have jet lag or something, or just exhaustion because I ended up taking a nap today. I didn't really get much done today. But I thought, since I was doing a lot of live streams when I was in Amsterdam, and it felt funny not to do one for a couple of days. But I just wanted to reflect on my trip to Amsterdam, my time there, and try try some chocolates with you guys that I got from Tamara and Esther, who I had the pleasure of meeting and actually not Amsterdam, in Rotterdam. So, uh, yeah, nice to see you guys again. Thank you so much for joining me once again. What's up, Ruth Marie Land, Rod Summers, Dark Paracord, and all of you guys. Thank you so much, Mike. Um, so, let's see. Where do I start? Ah, gosh, I had such a good time. You know, let me just tell you that um, gosh, I am so happy that I made the decision to just get my butt over to Amsterdam because I wanted to go for the longest time, and I think I was just so afraid to travel alone, to a faraway land that I've never been to. I watched many YouTube videos, you know, on how it's safe and everyone speaks English, and of course Esther and Tamara's there, and I really don't have anything to be afraid of, but I really was afraid to go alone. And then, Lawrence decided to go, so I felt a little bit better. But I'm just glad I went. And hi, Esther. Hey, Esther and Tamara. You guys are waiting for your flight now. Well, have a safe flight over. Actually, Satoshi and I, we are going to go and pick them up tomorrow at the airport because um, yeah, they were just so nice to us. So, that's the least we can do. But yeah, we'll be waiting for you guys at the airport tomorrow morning. Esther and Tamara, have a safe flight. Try to get some rest and enjoy your flight, okay? So, um, hey, what's up, Nasha Brad? Bobby Kim. Where's my BFF Lawrence? Well, Lawrence is safe and sound back in Hong Kong in his apartment. I was very worried about Lawrence because you guys know what's happening in Hong Kong, right? It's like, major disaster right now. And so, yeah, he was a little bit worried about going home, but he made it back safe. I told him to message me as soon as he got into his apartment because, you can never be sure if that's possible. He lives in the mid-level area, which is like very near central, and so that's where they had, all the tear gas and stuff happening. So he's safe and sound. Yeah, so he's okay. Also, Jean is in Hong Kong as well, and she was telling me that it's just so bad right now. I think some of the protests happen like right around Jean's apartment as well, so I worry about her a lot. And I think, yeah, her job is there, and she actually kind of wants to leave, I think, but she can't right now because of her job. So I just hope everybody in Hong Kong is safe and sound, and yeah, I really hope. I don't know what the outcome is gonna be. I don't know how it's gonna be. It doesn't seem like it's improving, the situation, but I'm hoping for the best. But anyway, let's talk about Amsterdam. While we have the chocolate, let me open up the chocolate, okay? I'm not having dinner today because I really just kind of stayed home all day and didn't do much, and I already had ramen again for lunch, and so I think chocolates for Tokyo is good. Moldix, yes, I am back in Tokyo. Thank you so much. Yeah, my flight was actually pretty nice. I flew on KLM to Seoul, Korea. It was actually a pretty short flight. It was 9 hours and something minutes, and then I had a transfer. I had to transfer to Korean Airlines, and that was also a very short flight. It wasn't even 2 hours. About 1 hour, 1 hour. I think 45 minutes or something. Super short flight, but yeah, they even served us a hot meal. During that 1 hour 45 minute flight. It was nice. I always enjoy Korean Air. As you can see, I think I did catch a little bit of cold because the last day in Amsterdam, it was cold. It was raining, and my flight was at night, and I had to check out of my hotel, so I had to kind of like just hang around the city until around 6 p.m. And sorry, and yeah, so it was cold and wet, and and then on the plane, I don't know, there were so many people coughing, so that kind of worried me. So I'm hoping that I'm okay. I've been gargling all day and getting a lot of rest. So anyway, so here we go. Here we go. So this is it. These are the chocolates. All about chocolate. And these are from the Netherlands, made there. And this is from Tamar and Esther. So I'm going to try them out right now. Tamar and Esther, thank you so much. Uh, and I think there are like three types of chocolate in here. Very nicely decorated, kind of like a little thought bubble. And that looks like dark chocolate. This looks like milk chocolate. And let's see. Oh yeah, they have white chocolate too. Actually, there's a whole variety of different designs in here. I thought it was just three different types, but no, they're all kind of different with different designs. Very, very chic and sophisticated. There's one, with no design, just some kind of carving on the top. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna start off with the dark chocolate because dark chocolate is most likely the least sweet one. So I'm gonna try this one, okay? Itadakimasu, and let's talk about Amsterdam. Mm. Oh, oh, there's some kind of filling in here. Whoa, look at that. Hmm, look at that. There's some white filling in here. Hmm. Hmm. Not sure exactly what flavor it is, but it's good. I can't describe the flavor. I don't know. It's not vanilla. It's not fruity. Hmm. I wonder what flavor that is. That's actually nice. I should have made myself some tea. I forgot to make myself tea. All right. How many of you guys have been to the Netherlands before? It was my first time. Lawrence's first time. Thank you, Modex. That's so nice of you. Thank you. My hair is like, you guys know I'm always talking about my hair, but done nothing with my hair. I just actually came out from the shower. Um, yeah, let's talk about Amsterdam. So it was our first time, and really didn't know what to expect when I first arrived, except that I was mentally preparing myself for the weather because I heard already before I went that Amsterdam weather can be very um unpredictable, and it's colder than Tokyo, and definitely it was colder than Tokyo. In fact, I feel quite warm here in Tokyo right now. uh yeah, it feels so much warmer. It kind of feels like the weather kind of reverted back, to like autumn, whereas in Amsterdam it was winter, positively winter. But I was kind of prepared for that. When I arrived, it was raining, and I was like, okay, so this is Amsterdam weather, cold and rainy. It was very cold, and but as soon as I arrived, well, I arrived at the airport, and I had to do certain things. I had to change I had to actually. I got a SIM card in advance, so I had to look for a place where I could you know um replace my SIM card, you know, so that I could use my phone. But then I didn't have that little pin. I forgot to bring that little pin that you need to stick in your phone. So I went to look for a store that sold something like a pin. And so I found a shop that did, so I bought that. I sat myself on a bench at the airport, so I'm still at the airport. And then I fiddled with my phone. After 3 tries, my phone worked, so I was happy. Then I figured out how to buy my ticket, for the train to get to Amsterdam Central. And I got to the station. I was like, yeah, I got to the station. And then I had to figure out, oh, which way is my hotel? So I opened my Google Map and I figured it out. As soon as I got out of the station, there in front of me was the city of Amsterdam. Of course, there was a lot of construction going on in front of the station, but regardless, it was beautiful. And I was just so happy. I felt like I was in a dream. I actually felt like I was in a dream most of my trip, to be honest with you. That's how dreamlike it was, and that's how beautiful the city is. But I couldn't stop smiling. I was just so happy. And anyway, first things first, I had to get to the hotel. So I carried my, baggage with me. I rolled my suitcase to the hotel, which was about 15 minutes away from the station. But it was actually kind of difficult to do because, the streets of Amsterdam is all cobblestone. It's not smooth concrete. It adds to the atmosphere of the city. It makes it look super, super charming and beautiful, but not so good for your suitcase. So it did take a little longer than I expected, and it made me more tired, especially after the long flight. But still, nothing could affect my mood. I was just so happy. But however, um, I got to the hotel and I realized after they checked my reservation that I had made a mistake on my reservation. I didn't have reservation for that night I arrived. I don't know why. Every time, well, I think it's because I was thinking I was going to America maybe. Every time I go to America, no, wait a minute. No, no, it's the reverse. Sorry, for some reason, my brain was not working when I made the reservation. I left Japan on the 31st. And for some reason, I thought I would be arriving in Amsterdam on the 1st of November. Does that make sense? Because it was such a long flight. In fact, I had two flights. So it was approximately 16 hours. So for some reason, I just assumed I was going to be arriving the next day. It's so stupid of me. But the guy at the desk, his name is Glenn, very nice guy. Thank you so much, Glenn. He helped me look for a hotel, and there was an opening at the Ibis Hotel near the station. So yeah, I made a reservation there. I went over there. I spent the night there, which is totally fine. Nice hotel, nice staff. Everyone's nice there. Seriously, everyone is nice. Hello, Ellen. What's up, Otnell? Yes, Otnell. We thank you so much for um meeting up with us in Amsterdam. Otnell, thank you, and thank you so much for the gifts. I really appreciate it. Um, but anyway, as soon as I checked in, I had to go and meet Lawrence for dinner. So first night we had dinner at this just really random Italian restaurant. Um, but it was it wasn't the best food, but it was good. It was good. And Marcel, why are you so nervous? Actually, I'm not nervous. This is me. Yeah, this is me. Normal me. What's up, Zara? What's up? Um, but after dinner, we decided to walk around, and the red light district is smack in the middle of Amsterdam. And the red light district is huge, and it's a huge tourist destination. I do recommend everyone to visit the red light district is because it's super major, and although it's really really crowded, it's 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 unlike anything you'll see anywhere in the world. It's crazy, and but crazy in at least in my opinion, it's crazy in a good way. It makes Amsterdam very unique. And for me, prostitution is like, like it's not necessarily bad. And I don't know, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed walking through that area. It was a culture shock for Lawrence and I enjoyed it. I really did. Just walking around the area. And but that was a shocker. but in a good way. I think for me at least, traveling for me the best kind of travel is going to a place where that you can experience new things, and Amsterdam was definitely one of those places. It didn't feel familiar at all, and that's what made this trip very special for me, at least. uh, and then you have the smell of weed everywhere you go, right? Because it's in the tourist area. And we'll talk about weed a little bit later, because that's interesting as well. But let's see, Bobby Kim. The red light district soon will be banned for tours there in the red light area. You know what? I guess that might be a good thing, Bobby. Because it's already so crowded as it is. It was quite difficult to walk in the area, and like you said, I don't think it's good to like gawk at the girls in the windows. Yeah, I think it's good to observe, but I was wondering how the girls in the windows felt as tourists were walking by, and kind of, I don't know, like looking at them like they're animals in a cage. And so that part made me wonder. So I think that's a good idea, Bobby. I think uh group tours should be banned in that area. I don't think that's good. I think going, on your own is fine. But Critical Eats Japan, you have to check it out. Critical Eats Japan, I recommend you go to Amsterdam and check it out. It's a really cool place. Uh, nah, it's okay, Marcel. I just talk so fast. It's okay, it's okay. No, 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 no. I just talk however I want. The only time I'm nervous when I'm on my channel, and is when I talk about personal stuff that I haven't talked about before. So I do get a little bit nervous about that, but I'm getting better at it. Uh, anyway, so that was interesting, and once again, everywhere you go, you can smell marijuana, and of course, there are a lot of people partying, and it's kind of rowdy at night, especially on the weekend. And we did arrive, I think, on Friday night, or was it Thursday? I don't remember, but it was still very crowded. But despite all that, or should I say, not despite all that, that just added to the whole first night experience in Amsterdam. Even the Italian restaurant, that we went to, because it was a tourist restaurant, I should have known better, but I was just too tired to go and look for a place in a place that I'm not familiar with. Even that, the view out the window was beautiful. It's a view of the canal, and it almost looked like Venice, to be honest with you. And yeah, I had a Heineken, and it was just great. I just loved it. So that was the first night. But anyway, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna talk about every single day. But let me see. Um First, the thing that I think there are two things that I will remember the most about Amsterdam, and that really impressed me. Number one is the architecture, the city itself. The entire city is just beautiful. It's like a living museum. Like, no matter where you look, maybe the construction around the station, maybe that part not so much, but it's a city, so you're gonna have construction somewhere. But other than that, the whole city was just absolutely beautiful. And I could be sitting in a cafe, drinking tea, or I could just be walking around, or I could be coming out of a pharmacy, because I needed some toothbrush or whatever. But everywhere I looked, it just felt like a dream, because the architecture was so beautiful. It was just so beautiful. The last day I was there, I was eating a sandwich by myself, just this really random fast food place, but the view was in this back courtyard, and with the church on one side, and almost felt like I was in the world of Harry Potter. There are some alleys that look like Diagon Alley, and it was just beautiful everywhere you look. Every morning I open my window from my hotel room. If you've been following me on Instagram, you probably know, you've probably seen the views out my window from my hotel. It was just so beautiful. I can never get tired of that view. It's so nice. Um, and then number two, the thing that I remember is the people. The people in Amsterdam, um, like really, I think out of all the places I've been to in the entire world, I haven't been to that many places. But so far, I think I've been there 11 days. So I had quite a number of days to experience to interact with a variety of people, not just people I know, but most of the people I met were people I didn't know, like people at the stores or the boutiques, or just random people on the street, or the restaurant, etc., etc. um Everyone was very nice. They were so nice, so nice. And I remember that. That was something that stood out for me. That was, like when I go to Los Angeles, for example, I think in America, Los Angeles for me is one of the friendliest cities I've been to, in terms of like service. People at the restaurants, they'll say hello, they'll ask you how your day is, etc., etc. Same as Hawaii, I encounter friendly people in Hawaii as well. But I feel like Amsterdam kind of takes it to another level. And it's a different kind of nice. Lawrence and I were talking about that. And we came to the conclusion that in Amsterdam, um, they're very to the point, so you know exactly what they mean, and they don't just compliment you just for the sake of being nice or because you're a customer, but they're just genuinely, or I guess authentic would be the words. They're just very authentic, and I really like that a lot about the Amsterdammers. So those two things I really stood out for me. But I really enjoyed it. I, I really do. I really did enjoy my trip. And once again, there were so many moments that I just couldn't believe I was there. Yeah, yeah. Dutch people are very straightforward. Yeah. Um, it kind of reminds me of like, no, it doesn't really remind me of anything. Well, kind of remind, I don't know what it reminds me of. No, I think no, 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 no. I think they're just nice. That's all. Hey, Sharkelia. What's up, Sharkelia? Sharkelia. We met as well. Um, it's interesting though, because we were having some proffages, which are mini pancakes, in Rotterdam with Tamara, Esther, the whole family, and I was posting where I was in real time on Instagram. That's what I do. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll probably know where I am, especially when I'm traveling. I like to post on Instagram. So she found out where I was, and I guess she chanced it. She went to the restaurant to see if I was still there, and I was. So that was a nice surprise visit, Sharkilia. I look forward to seeing you again in the future. That was so much fun. Hi, Wendy from Holland. Next time, bring Satoshi. I would love to bring Satoshi next time. I really would. I really, really would. Uh, Betty, hi. Did you get to ride a bike? Actually, I did. I did. However, uh, it wasn't as I expected. Number one, because of the weather, because we had a lot of rain. So, riding a bike in the rain is not that pleasant. And number two, riding a bike in the center of the city is kind of scary, especially if you're not used to it. So, and people ride the bikes very, very fast. So it didn't go as I expected, which is why I don't have any footage of me. First of all, I'm riding, so I couldn't take a footage of myself riding, and number two, I was just so concentrated. I was so concentrating on what I was doing and what I had to do, trying not to get into an accident. Um, it was very challenging to say the least. So I decided to call it quits just after an hour because it started to rain pretty hard, and that's it. But at least I got to try it, and that's okay because I just thought I can come back again. Maybe when the weather is better and ride a bicycle. But I think a better thing for me next time, I would definitely go on a guided bike tour first, and I think that would help me to get used to riding the bike in the city because it's quite difficult. It is. You have to watch for so many things for people, especially tourists, like myself, who don't know if this is a bike lane or a sidewalk. It's hard to tell when you first arrive. I've gotten the stink eye a couple of times, and Lawrence got yelled at a couple of times by, the bikers. So it can be kind of scary. But I did get to ride a bike, so my dream came true. But I want to do it again. I do. Uh, and then, well, food. Let's talk about the food in Amsterdam. Dutch food is very simple. It's very homey cooking, I guess. And I think we've tried most of the Dutch food. I shouldn't say most. Most of the iconic Dutch food. And because I was hearing from so many people that Dutch food wasn't great. Einen Makino, hello. So happy I got to meet you in Amsterdam, my friend. By the way, I am Makino. You see, Einen Makino. He's the guy that composed the intro music for Tabi Eats. Yeah, he's the one. He is a composer. Thank you. I love that music, by the way. And it was good to reconnect with you and to chat with you and get to know you better. But so I went with pretty low expectations for the food. And I gotta say, I liked the food there. I really did. I surprised myself. I think the worst food I had was Japanese food. I had Japanese food my last day there because Lawrence and I we went to the gay street. We just accidentally found it. We heard that there was a street, like a major gay street, and we didn't know that. And then we found it. We were looking for some place to eat for lunch, and suddenly we stumbled upon this street. It's a beautiful street, and we're like, okay, we've never been in this street before. Let's check it out. We went inside, and there were all these rainbow flags, and we still weren't sure if it was a gay street or not because you know it didn't seem all that gay. They were like normal restaurants, Italian restaurant, steak restaurant. um so we just randomly went into this cafe, nice cafe, and hey, what's up, Lawrence? What's up? I was just Lawrence, I was just talking about the cafe that we went to, cafe downtown. And yes, the gay street. It was a nice cafe. We went inside. As soon as we sat down, first of all, we both noticed the really gorgeous guy behind the register, and that he was also our waiter. And it was like he was so gorgeous, and the way he was, his whole demeanor was so like porn movie, so porn movie. But anyway, um, of course, we still didn't know if it was like this. We were on the gay street. We still didn't know because the majority of the people around us were just regular couples, man and woman couple or families, etc. But then I looked on the table, and there was like a box full of guidebooks, and all of them were like the gay maps. So I'm like, okay, that's interesting. And then there was a magazine wrap, and there were gay magazines. I'm like, oh, I think this is a gay restaurant. And then my club sandwich came, and my club sandwich came with this like, I don't know, it's like a stick, but with like not sparklers, but like rainbow decoration. So that's when we knew that we were definitely in Gay Town. Gay club sandwich. It was a good club sandwich, but it was so much fun, and the waiter was so hot. He was absolutely hot, wasn't he, Lawrence? Oh my god, that was like too much. I mean, that was like too much. It was too hot. He was like overly hot that he didn't seem real. But anyway, um, what was I talking about? Goodness, what was I talking? I forgot what I was talking about. Food. That's right. I was talking about food. I was talking about the food, but yeah. So we tried most of the iconic Dutch food and oh, Japanese food. Thank you, Otnell. And so Lawrence decided that we should come back to that area for dinner to check it out at night. So we did, and we decided to go for the Japanese food. And oh my god, all I can say is mm, that was another surreal experience for sure. Lauren says it was so. For me, it was one of the worst. Some of the dishes were okay, but some of the dishes were like, oh my goodness. Can I go into the kitchen and tell you guys how to make it properly? But first of all, the decor was so weird. It was Japanese decor, but with a chandelier, and the music was Taiwanese, right, Lawrence? It was Taiwanese music in the background, and it was just so surreal for me. It was just kind of weird for me. And then the food came, and oh goodness, it was kind of semi-Japanese, Chinese, American. The udon that I had was mm, there was no umami, no dashi whatsoever. It was so weird. And there was broccoli and peas and carrots in the udon soup. It was just so strange. And the udon noodles were so soft. It was just weird. But yeah, that was so despite that restaurant, other than that one restaurant, everything was good. Everything was good. Everything was good. Um, the Dutch food, the haring that we had, the cut up one, it was okay. The one that you had to eat whole was a bit too much. It was very raw and slimy and fishy. But I hear that even a lot of locals, not everybody like that. So I didn't feel too bad not loving it. Of course, Lawrence and I we both tried the licorice once again, and it's just the licorice still can't get used to that, especially the salty one. But even the less salty one, I just something that ammonia taste just throws me off, and it's just can't get used to it. I think that's something that you just have to grow up with. Maybe something like natto here in Japan. What's up, David Moore? Hey, Lady Murasaki. What's up? Uh, but the croquette was good. I love the stampot. Is it pronounced stampot or is it pronounced stampot? I don't remember, but that was good. And that was one of my favorites, I think. And of course, I couldn't get enough of the stroopwafel. And oh, I had stroopwafel. I think many times. Fresh ones twice. I had the store bought ones twice. I couldn't get enough of the profiges. I had the profiges one, two, three times. Three times. Stampot. Is that right? Ah, okay, so stampot. Thank you guys, stampot. I get so confused because like in German, right, you would say stampot. It's almost pronounced if it st, it's like sh, but you know what I'm talking about. Stampot. And the profiges were amazing. Um, what else stood out for me? The soup. Oh yes, the soups were delicious, especially the bean soup and the pea soup. Uh, yummy. The soups are absolutely amazing there. The pea soup, yes, love it. And the Chinese food, the Dutch style Chinese food, I'm a huge fan of that. I really am. Yeah, Justin. Justin is right here with me. Come here. Yeah. Oh my god, but Yeah, it was so good. Oh, last but not least are the frites or the potat. Patat. How do you say it? Is it patat or is it potat? But the potatoes, aka the patat. Thank you, the patat. So the French fries, but don't call it that when you're there. Delicious. Cannot get enough of them. With the yopi sauce, um, the yopi sauce, the satay sauce, the mayonnaise. You have to eat it with the Dutch mayonnaise. Um, oh my god, I think I had the patat several times. I even had it at the airport. So good. What is it? It's different there. I think I mean it's very crispy, but at the same time they are like thick cut fries, but they're always crispy. Mm. So good. So good. Um the patat. And then there was I think one more thing that I tried that I really loved. I'm trying to remember what it is. But I can't remember. We had so much food. So much food. But anyway, it was so good. But anyway, yeah. Oh, right. And then let's talk about the weed, right? We gotta talk about the weed. Betty G, 312. Oh my goodness. All right, take care. Take care. Panikoken. That's right. The panikoken. Right. Oh, I love the panikoken too. Burger bar, Lawrence, thank you. The burger bar. Burgers in Amsterdam, delicious. Actually, the burger bar in Amsterdam. It was one of the best burgers I've had in my life. It's not even joking. It was recommended to us by a local. Thank you, James. And wow, it was amazing. It really was. Wasn't it, Lawrence? It was a good burger. One of the best burgers I've had in my life. Never expected that. Oh, mouth is watering again. So good. Um, But anyway, obviously, you can see that we really enjoy the food there. So that was kind of unexpected. I didn't expect I would enjoy the food so much. The cook was yummy too. Was he? I think so. You know what, Lawrence? There are so many good-looking guys there. I can't even keep track anymore. The guy at the fry shop right around the corner. I didn't. By the way, Lawrence, I didn't get a chance to go back. I didn't go back. Amy Dibble, good morning. Lee Tan, weed. That's right. We'll talk about the weed. So I confessed to Satoshi last night on the way on the drive back home. He asked me, so did you do the weed? And I said, yes. And he was like upset just for a moment. He's like, oh my god, I can't believe it. You're a bad boy now. But yeah, so I did it. It was the first time, and I figured, I was never really that interested in doing it, um to be honest with you. And most of the people doing it in Amsterdam are tourists. And I talked to all my Dutch friends there, and most of them don't do it. So obviously it's a tourist attraction, and it's big money for, it's part of the economy, I think, in Amsterdam. Um it's cool. It's cool. But at least I got to do it. I was very curious. And what made me, I guess, decide to do it is because I was a little curious, number one. And number two, my friend who's on here right now said, well, if you don't do it, you'll always wonder later, maybe I should have done it. Why didn't I do it? So I thought, that's true. All right. Instead of wondering, just do it. And I was with two locals who knew. Um, so I wasn't scared. And and I decided to do it at a place that's right next to the hotel. So I felt safe. And yeah, so I tried it. Um, I didn't particularly like, I shouldn't say particular, I actually hated the taste of it. I don't like it. I've never smoked in my entire life. Like, I never smoked cigarettes. I've never smoked anything, and so I didn't particularly like the taste of weed. Um, but um, maybe because the store clerk knew I was a beginner, and I said I don't want a strong one, something mild, please, but something that won't put me to sleep, something that you recommend for beginners. So he chose wise, and so it wasn't intense. It wasn't an intense experience, and it was actually kind of a nice, mellow experience. And basically, what I experienced was this: I didn't know I was high until um, my reactions became delayed, and I started to feel very happy. I just felt super content. After the weed session, I went back to my room, and I was just felt so content and so happy at that moment. I felt like, wow, this feels like it's the best day of my entire life. That's how I literally felt. And I had a very nice evening. So that was my experience with weed, my first and only experience. And would I do it again? I think I would like to one day, as long as I'm not alone. I don't think I'd like to do it alone. Um, I, I am Makino, am I Hyatt? Yep, that was me. That was me. And actually, he's the one that was there with me, and a Patreon as well. But yeah, my Patreon got really high, and so he actually got scared, and so he had to go home before, he was worried that he wouldn't be able to go home. But fortunately, he got home safely. um, but yeah, would I do it again? Definitely, I would. With people, I think, and I think if I'm in a happy mood, because I hear that mood has a lot to do with it. So I would have to be in a happy, chill, relaxed mood. And I wouldn't do it every day. I wouldn't do it at home. I mean, first of all, it's illegal here. But even if it was legal here, I wouldn't do it. Um, I'm here, just for recreational purposes. I would do it. Um, yeah, I would definitely do it. Like if I was in Amsterdam again, I think. Yeah, with friends. But yeah, it was fun. So yeah, obviously I was really relaxed, very relaxed throughout my whole trip. Um, because I had a beer pretty much every day, and the only time I have a beer is when I'm relaxed or I'm in a good mood. Not sure, bro. CBD is legal in Japan now, which blows my mind. Yeah, I heard that too. I heard that too. Yes, exactly. Gaetano, weed is illegal. Yes, in Japan. However, like Noshabrad says, CBD is legal now. I think so. With prescription, you can get it. CBD. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Me did, but CBD will help your anxiety. I think so. I wouldn't be surprised because, that weed that I did, that joint, I guess you call, put me in a very happy state, but not in a it didn't feel artificial. It felt very genuine. And even the next day, I felt quite happy. So yeah, I can see how it would work for anxiety. So I'll definitely look into it. Thank you, actually. Yeah, that's something. That's something I would like to look into. Hi, Jennifer. Champagne is legal and makes you high all the time. Hello, Jennifer. You're so funny. I know that you love champagne. One day we do have to get high over champagne. Sounds like a good idea, huh? um, yeah, oh my god, Jennifer. I didn't cough after smoking. Funny thing, I didn't. But maybe it's because I don't know, maybe I was doing it wrong. I have no idea, but I didn't cough at all. I was inhaling very slowly. Well, my friend told me to put it into my mouth before I actually inhale because sometimes the smoke is hot. So I was very careful. So I put it into my mouth and then I would sort of inhale it slowly. So I didn't cough at all. Yeah. Perhaps if I inhaled deeper, the entire joint, I might have gotten super high, but I didn't. So I had a very mellow high and it was very nice. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it. Lawrence did a lot of shopping. Lawrence, um, tell everybody what you thought of Amsterdam. Lawrence, besides the hot guys, because I know the guys are really, really hot, super hot. I gotta tell you. Oh, I have to say this because a lot of people, when I start talking about hot guys or like that facial hair guy is so hot, a lot of people ask me, does that mean I want to have you know, ec- I want to have sex with them. Gosh, it's so hard to find words, when you're doing live streams on YouTube because you don't want to get demonetized. But no, it doesn't mean that I will do that. It's just eye candy. It's just eye candy. Yeah, if I were single, would I? Yeah, but no, it doesn't mean that you know I have sex with them. Okay, because I do have people commenting like that. So they kind of get really like bothered by that. So I just want to say, I'm just looking, man. Nothing wrong with looking, right? I do get super excited. They're just so hot. Oh my goodness. Nasha Prod. Um, let's see. I need a hot guy, says Jennifer. Let's sing it together next time we meet. I'll teach you the song. Jennifer, let's please. I don't need a hot guy, but you know what? Hot guys, I mean, you can't have enough of them, right, guys? I mean, but oh my goodness, oh my gosh, the guys there, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I can look at them all day long, man. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Oh, Lawrence, not kidding. By the seventh day we were there, because almost every single guy, I mean every single which way we turn is like, ooh, daddy, um, Lawrence was like, ah, it's too much, and Lawrence started saying, it's not fair, it's not fair, it's too much, oh, can't I can't handle it anymore, because you're just like, yeah, like Lawrence says, you're like everywhere, and hmm. Yeah. So that's definitely a highlight of the trip for sure. So hot. Those of you who live in Holland, those of you who live in the Netherlands, who are heterosexual females or gays, you guys are damn lucky. So lucky. Beck, gotta be hotter than Australian guys. Beck, I haven't been to Australia in a long time, so I can't really say. But I have to say, yes, they are kind of hotter than Australian guys at the moment. But that's just generally speaking. I have to get myself to Australia in order to decide. But so hot, so hot. Uh, it's getting hot in here, isn't it? Um. So anyway, yeah, that was the entire Australian trip, and Lloyd, everyone was very tall. Yes, everyone was very, very tall. So tall. They were so tall. Yeah, tall guys, yeah, that does something to me as well. So, all right, let's stop talking about hot guys because I can go on forever. Hot surfer guys. Surfer guys are good too. Surfer guys are good too. Let's have a chocolate. Forgot all about the chocolate. Milk chocolate. I'd say those heteros who live in Japan are pretty lucky. You think so? Really? You think so? I Aine Makino. It's ordinary length for us. Length? Uh, Jennifer, why did you retract your message? That was totally fine. I just sort of read your message. You gotta get your ass there right now, Jennifer. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. The milk chocolate is good, by the way. You made a mistake? hmm. Hmm. I wonder which country has the hottest guys. I really wonder. I like to travel to, to do research on hot guys. Lloyd, you think Japanese women are adorable? Me dibble, not the UK. Really? Okay, Simon. Simon, hey Simon. I'm so sorry I did not notice you. Simon, I got to meet Simon no Janoma in Amsterdam. Thank you so much for coming all the way from Belgium. And I'm so sorry that I didn't get a chance to talk to you. There are so many people there, and it was so loud, so it was kind of difficult to talk to everyone. But I hope to get to see you next time I'm in the area. I will go visit Belgium since it's right next door. Take care, Simon. Thank you, Simon. Justin, you cannot have chocolate. Chocolate's not good for you. Mm-mm. Man, I miss Amsterdam now. I really do. I didn't really get to. We didn't really get to go to other towns except for Rotterdam. Feng, sorry, you're still the subject of men. Nordic countries have very attractive people. Nordic countries. All right. Let me do some research on that. The Great Siaman! What's up? Good to see you. Good to see you. What was it talking about? What's I forgot what. Oh, right. So the only other town I went to is Amsterdam, and also the town where Tamara and Esther lives, which I just don't remember the name of the town. It's very difficult name. But next time I want to go to the Delft, and I want to go to one of the cheese making places like Gouda, and I want to go to the place where they have the windmills. Yeah. Connor, Hawaiian men are also attractive. True, they are. They are. They really are. But I think it's just the I don't know, the percentage of good-looking people on the street. Like Lawrence says, 8.5 out of 10 people we see on the street, of course, men, are doable in his book. And I kind of have to agree. Maybe it's like the guys there were our type. Um, you know, tall, good looking, manly, facial hair. Yeah, just okay. All right. Oh, wow, this live stream is all about men and weed, isn't it? What a great combination. And chocolate. Oh my god, what else could you ask for? And Jennifer, champagne, right? Champagne, weed, men, and chocolate. That's the perfect evening. All right. Chow Yun Fat. People have said I look like a chiseled Chow Yun Fat. Chow Yun Fat, who is that? Is he handsome? So anyway, um, where's your next adventure, Mambo? Okay. My next adventure is my next adventure. I don't know at the moment. Betty Boop. Men look less appealing if you live somewhere permanently Next time Satoshi needs to keep you on a leash. No, not really. Not really. See, Satoshi's cool. Like, well, we've been together for so many years. You know, we both, when we see someone attractive, we kind of, you know, um, talk about, you know, cute guys all the time. So, that's it's okay. It's okay. We're always talking about cute guys. Anyway. uh, Next adventure is of course Amsterdam. Yeah, I know, right? Well, I'm thinking, I go to Amsterdam and then I'll visit Belgium. Jennifer, we have to get together, Jennifer. I think we'll have a good time. I think we'll have a blast drinking champagne. And we got to do a live stream together. Shall we do that? Shall we do that? Okay, so on a more serious note, because I do have to bring it up, just in case you're wondering, like, you know, it, does Shinichi not know about this? Well, I do, and I'm sure some of you guys already know. But my mother, went to the hospital, and well, we think she has cancer, and hopefully it's not that serious. Of course, cancer is always serious. She has this, she had an X-ray taken, and I think it was a couple of years ago. She had this little like dot, in her chest, and the doctor at that time says, well, if it doesn't grow, it's okay. And so, um, she had an X-ray like a year later, and it stayed the same. So it was fine. And then this year, she got another checkup, and then it actually grew. And so yeah, so she went to see a specialist, and the specialist said that um, they should do a biopsy, just to see if it's malignant or not. And then they'll decide whether, they should operate or not. I talked to my mother today as well as my sister, and yeah, I talked to my mom last night as well. And my mom seems to be fine. She's a little bit scared, of course. Of course. I was very worried that, you know, like they were rushing into things because my mother's old already, and she's 84. And I think when you get to that age, I think if it's not like a um what is it? Like a violent type of cancer, like it doesn't spread very quickly, and if you just jump into surgery, it might not always be a good thing, especially at that age. Because Satoshi's aunt, last year, they kind of rushed into things, and she kind of passed away very quickly after diagnosis, about 6 weeks, in fact. So they found out, like yeah, she was diagnosed, and then she had a biopsy. She got pneumonia, and then she died. She passed away like 6 weeks later. So that was very shocking for me. And so I just wanted to get the proper information before they jumped into anything. So my sister assured me that they said the biopsy is safe because number one, my mother is not overweight. They said being overweight makes it a little difficult to do the biopsy, and also it's in a place where it's kind of easy to get to, so it's pretty non-invasive. Yes, exactly, Connor. Pneumonia is a very dangerous when your immune system is down. Exactly. So they said there's only like a 10% chance or less than 10% chance of um, that happening. So they're waiting for another consultation. So I just told my mother. My mother told me not to. My mother told me not to worry. My sister told me not to worry. I actually just wanted to jump on the plane and go immediately there. But they said don't do that because yeah, nothing's happening yet. So I just told them, please let me know when they're gonna have the biopsy, just so that I know. And yeah, if they're going to have surgery of any kind, my mother says she doesn't want a surgery this year because it's already almost the end of the year. So if she is going to have surgery, it's going to be next year. That's what my mom says. But whatever, if she's going to have a surgery, I want to be there. So, um, yeah, I think for me, before I think about my next adventure, right now the only thing on my in my mind is my mother. So, I think most likely the next place I'm gonna go is Hawaii, um, for operation. Of course, if she's going to be doing an operation next year, um, I don't know. I really don't know what to do yet at the moment. I just talked to them today and yesterday. So at the moment, yeah, I mean they're worried, but they're not worried. Does that make sense? You know, um, my sister and I, we, my mother's had like many close calls. I think with health, and it's never good to worry too much. I think my friend I am Makino, he taught me something that I have to remember. But a lot of times when we worry too much, we it's all in our head and it's not reality. So I don't want to worry too much, and kind of want to be positive for my mother and my sister as well. And so I don't want to think of the worst scenario. But my sister and I, we've, because my mother's always been kind of fragile, yet, she's lived quite a long time, and she's, very strong, character wise, but in health wise as well, despite all the close calls she had, with her health in her life. But my mother's always, talked to us about, death. And, death is a natural part of life. And of course, um, despite the fact that I want her to live forever, um, that's not realistic. So, like, if I had a choice, I would like to die before everyone else. But of course, that's stupid. And, because I didn't want to experience, a loved one dying. But yeah, my sister and I, we've talked about that in the years past, and we tell each other we have to be prepared for it, of course. So in the head we're prepared for it, but of course, I don't know how we would actually react, when something happens. But yeah, right now, all we can do is hope for the best. And the only thing I hope is, um I guess I don't want my mother to live her last years in pain. And so if there is a choice of whether, like, her, getting surgery or treatment would not prolong her life, slash, make it worse or painful, um I don't know about that. I want her to um enjoy her life. um and that's what my mom's always been telling us as well. She's talked about, death for the last 10 years, and she always told us that she wants to live her last days in peace. And she doesn't necessarily want to live forever. She doesn't really care to live for a long time. She just wants to, as long as she can eat the food that she likes, and she um, can enjoy life, without pain, um, it's okay. And I understand that. Yeah. Yeah. David Mark, quality is better than quantity. Exactly. Exactly. And that goes the same with my life as well. I don't necessarily want to have. I mean, I don't necessarily want to live forever. I guess. I mean, who wouldn't want to live forever? But um, like I can't imagine living or wanting to live if I wasn't able to eat or yeah, do the stuff I love to do. So yeah, I've always told Satoshi if I can no longer talk and eat and walk, well maybe not walk, but if I can no longer, if I'm a vegetable, just kill me. Just kill me because it's no use, you know. But anyway, yeah, quality is more important in my book. So anyway, so sorry, I'm ending on this rather depressing mood, but I thought I had to talk about that because it's something that's happening at the moment in my life. And um yeah, it's serious, but yeah, it's something that we have to face. And yeah, the near future for about this situation is kind of uncertain, but yeah, we just take it as it comes. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. Yeah, I'm not going to be super sad about it. um if you guys will know, you guys will know what's happening. I will keep you guys updated and let you know what's going on. Okay, so yeah, anyway, that's it for today's live stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for spending time with me. And Satoshi's over there looking at me now, so it means that he would like to spend some time with me now. Thanks guys for being with me, and thank you for coming along my thank you for experiencing Amsterdam with me on the live streams. And thank you to all of you guys in Amsterdam for coming to meet us, for hospitality, for kindness, for making my trip to Amsterdam a trip of a lifetime. Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys on my next live stream. Bye bye.